The African Development Bank released its flagship African Economic Outlook report evaluating Africa's economic progress. The annual publication also provides vital evidence that empowers African policymakers to make informed decisions. So what is this year's report telling us about the current state of African economies? We spoke to the bank's chief economist and VP to find out.
I am Professor Kevin Chika Orama, the Chief Economist and Vice President for Economic Governance and Knowledge Management at the African Development Bank Group. This year's Outlook report is on driving Africa's transformation and the reform of the global financial architecture. The finding that despite Africa having been growing on GDP, real GDP growth rates of 3.8% over the past decade, the performance with regard to GDP per capita growth has lagged all the other regions of the world. And because of that, poverty is deepening, and we still continue to have different forms of fragilities, unemployment, joblessness, and the rest of it. The second thing that I found is that structural transformation is actually happening on the continent with regard to the technical definition of structural transformation, reallocation of labor from agriculture to other sectors. But in the case of Africa, unlike other regions, that reallocation is happening from agriculture to other regions because of push factors, climate change and insecurity in rural communities. And because of that, people are moving to low productivity sectors. Unlike other regions where structural transformation comes with higher productivity, in Africa, that is not the case. And the productivity in the manufacturing sector has only increased by 0.6% in the past decade. And that actually has significant problems for Africa's growth and ability to structurally transform. So if there is one thing I would request that African countries should do, is to refocus efforts on structural reforms to get better macroeconomic policy stability. But again, you asked for one, I will add a second one. That second one is for us as Africans, because quite often we talk about our leaders, the governments should do, but what we do as Africans is critical for this structural transformation. We need to be proud to be Africans. We need to be proud of our African products. We need to seek to produce African products and consume African products.
You can download the full report on our website. Follow #2024AEO for updates across all social media platforms. You can find us on X, LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram. Our hashtag on all platforms @AFDB_group.